So I was watching CSI today, and I was watching Elizabeth Shue's character, and I'm like, why is my heart so warm? Why am I so happy to see her? What about her do I love so much? I'm sitting there, and of course at the time I couldn't even place her name. I of course didn't remember off the back her name was Elizabeth Shue. So did a little digging around, hit the info button, then I Googled, and it totally like knocked me in the head. And once I realized it was Elizabeth Shue, I'm like, oh, she's like done legit movies. She's done things before. And so I'm like, why do I love her so much? So I Googled it, and it was because she was Chris from Adventures in Babysitting. That was one of my all-time favorite movies. It's one of those movies that even though it's like hella old, I will still watch it no matter what point in the movie it's on. And there are only a few movies that I will watch no matter what point in the movie they are. There are a few movies from my childhood that I still absolutely love and absolutely like enjoy now. One of them is Adventures in Babysitting with what's her name, Elizabeth Shue. The other one is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead with Christina Applegate, another one of my favorite movies. Then there's The Princess Bride, which I couldn't name any of the actors in it, but one of those movies that whenever it comes on, I will sit and watch it. Then there's movies like Pretty Woman. I'll watch wherever it comes, like wherever. I can jump into it like 30 minutes before it ends. I'll still watch it. What else will I watch from wherever? Coming to America, of course. Whatever part of the movie it's in, I'll watch. But other movies that I love from, let's see, childhood. Wind in the Willow. That was another movie that I loved a lot. Hocus Pocus. To this day, I will always look for Hocus Pocus around Halloween time, and I will always sit through it. That's where I named my dog from. That's where I got the name Binksy, because there's the black cat in the movie is actually, he was turned into a cat by one of the witches. He was a real boy, and his name was Gregory Binks, or no, Thackeray Binks, I think. Well, yeah, I think it was Thackeray Binks. But anyway, his last name was Binks. And so I, of course, ran with that because I had like, I had the biggest crush on the cat, but not the cat. It was the character that he played, if you will. I was a kid. It didn't really make sense. Actually, as an adult, it makes sense, where you're just, there's a word for it, like when you like the person. I'm going to edit that part out. Will I edit that part out? I don't know if I feel like editing. I liked his character, like the person he was. And of course he was like, the actor was like super hot and gorgeous. So that's who I liked, not the cat. It's just that 97% of the movie, he was a cat. But anyway, that's where I got the name Binksy from. I have a girl dog, so I decided to throw an I on it to make it a little more feminine. And it turns out, funny, I called my vet today because I needed them to fax over my dog's updated rabies vaccination to the groomer. And the girl on the phone at the vet, her cat's name is Binks. So it was funny to meet another Binksy mom. Anyway, so yeah, Hocus Pocus was one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. What else did I really like? I watched The Little Mermaid and Cinderella a lot as a kid. But not necessarily one of those things like to this day that I'll just jump in and watch. Oddly enough, I could not watch The Land Before Time and Bambi. As soon as I found out that their moms were all gone, I was traumatized for The Land Before Time. I could not sit through the movie. I'm like, wait, so none of them have moms? Like all their parents are dead? That was too much for me at the time as a child. So I watched it maybe 70% through, or even if I watched the whole thing, I just wouldn't watch it again. And like all those Land Before Time 2 and 3, however many they did, I could never watch them. So I've never seen them. Bambi weirded me out that the kid had no mom. And I mean, Thumper was cool, but Bambi had no mom. So that always stuck with me throughout the entire movie. It just stuck with me that his mom died. I don't know. What else? Movies from my childhood. Oh, I love Mrs. Doubtfire. I'll also sit and watch that whenever it's on. Those are just a couple of my favorite movies. What about you? What movies from your childhood do you still love to this day? Or what were some of your favorite movies as a kid, or just movies that really stood out for you? So drop me a comment, tweet me, Instagram me, Facebook me, email me, whatever the case may be. But if you like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, and like, comment, all that other great jazz that makes YouTubers feel great about themselves. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that it left you with some good, not left you with good memories, but reminded you of some good memories from your childhood. Bye guys.